to burp.
Notes. Okay.
Congratulations to everyone. We just turned it on right when I had to have a little burp. So, yay. I'm also, oops, I'm also trying to make sure that I've turned off the YouTube chat. Or actually, you know what? I can turn it on and put it over in my way.
Put it on your way. Yeah. Oh,
Instead of on one of you guys' face, because that was annoying. That when I was like looking over and I was like,
oh,
no.
I like it on my bad hair days. I like that,
Yeah.
Oh,
which is
well,
most
I
everyone's
mean,
bad hair day with me.
I can put it on your face
No,
if you
no, no,
really
no, no,
want
no,
me.
no, because I take it personally when you do that, Kate.
Actually, I could do all kinds of stuff and you'd never know.
I, what makes you think I don't watch the reruns, darling?
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't know in time to stop me, I guess I should say.
Yeah. All right. There's that. There's that. Okay, guys. Love
um,
and love again.
loving, yeah, yeah. We
Could they
are,
have
we are.
come up with a better title? Yes, they could have.
Well, they did. Okay, if we can start from there, it was supposed to be released on three different dates before
Yes.
they actually released it.
And
The name was changed at least once during that time.
Text for You, which is one of the dumbest titles I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Well, let's brainstorm some better. Here, you know what? One of our viewers did say that we talked too much, didn't really talk about the movie, and so
Oh, that's last time. That was last time.
that was, and we will stay completely on topic this time. Our topic this time, it'll be no problem, I'm sure. However, just in case. This is a very recent movie starring some people. Sam Heughan, obviously,
We
and
like.
and it is about a woman who loses her almost fiance, a man whose fiance ditches him. They find each other due to crazy device mishaps,
Yes.
and then there's a misunderstanding because he didn't tell her that that's how he found her, and. But they all make up in the end, and everything's happy. See, that's a very short description, but accurate, I feel like.
Now we can
Without,
talk.
without spoiling the best parts, because yes, there is at least one scene where Sam has no shirt. Okay. Important details. I feel like those are all the important details. Oh yeah, and there's a singer in the show too. Okay. Anybody hear a
Parts where he
big
didn't have a shirt.
She had a shirt on. She had a shirt.
Yeah, because there's the after, and then there's the shout. Yeah, you're right. There's two. Okay.
There's two. Yeah. Mhm.
Is anybody here a big Celine Dion fan?
Nope, never have been. I was always a Barbara Streisand fan from day one because I'm ancient. But
That's
Celine Dion was secondary to Barbara always in my mind. She's
Yeah.
okay. So
Some-
she's up there, just not quite there.
well, I recognize she has a voice. I recognize she had a life story. I knew the life story before the movie.
Hmm.
I did not realize that Celine Dion couldn't act at all. Is the most wooden singer I've ever seen in a role. Sorry, Celine. But anyway,
Well, I'm not a huge fan, but I definitely know her music. My husband
oh
DJed
yeah, of
for
course.
25
Yeah.
years, so her music was a big,
Well, she
you
does
know,
beautiful
very
music.
well used.
Yeah, yeah. If for no other reason, my middle daughter was obsessed with the movie Titanic for like
Oh,
5 years. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched that movie so
Sure.
many
My
times.
book will go on. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And
Uh-huh.
that probably put her on the map,
Well,
and
that
then,
was what. No, that
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Yeah, it
like
was what
Whitney
put her
Houston,
on
some
that.
of those other
Yeah.
people. I mean, it definitely put her on the map. So she
Yeah.
definitely has some really pretty songs. But yeah, acting
And a
is
beautiful voice. Beautiful voice. It's just
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Well,
I was just curious if anybody was like, I was so excited to see Celine. Yeah. No, I don't. I don't care.
Oh,
Okay.
and then I have another note here. Billy, Being Human. Anybody else here? Ever been a
Yes.
big Being Human fan?
Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
who
Yes.
else? Who else was in Being Human that got famous?
Well,
Who
everybody.
played the werewolf? Who played the werewolf? Come on, guys.
Billy played the werewolf.
Was it? No, wait a minute. I'm
Yeah,
talking
Billy
about
played the werewolf. The vampire was the other actor.
the vampire. That's the vampire. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
you're talking
And
about
who
the
was the
other.
vampire? And who was the
I don't
vampire?
recall what the name of the actor was. I haven't watched it in a good decade, so I don't recall.
You do not recall. Okay.
No, I really
And
don't.
I do
No
not
clue.
recall that.
Well,
that
and plus the American version, that vampire, I followed that actor throughout his career, so he kind of overshadows the.
remember a little show called Poldark?
I've heard of it.
Oh,
That's
it was. Is
one.
that that is the same actor now?
He's the
Yeah.
same.
The chick is in from
And I fell in
Girl
love with
Next
him
Door,
on
right? But I don't know which actor is it. I don't
I don't
know. I
remember
don't
his
know
name.
who it
Come
is.
on, what's his name, Cynthia?
his name's not Sam Heughan, so I don't know.
Okay, there we go.
Was it the guy who was the
It's the
co-star?
guy that was the star of Poldark, for God's sake, across from Tomlinson.
Being Human, the vampire is the same guy as Poldark.
Yes.
But that's the UK version. Yeah. No, I'm just saying for Kathy because she looked confused.
I'm sorry.
I have
No,
no clue.
Kathy, I don't watch American television hardly at all.
Oh,
Okay.
My problem is if I see an American one and find out it was original, it was UK, I go watch it, and I do the same thing.
I don't-
If I watch a UK one and they're like, oh, they're making it, I've seen every Ghost of both kind. I've seen Law and Orders from both kind. I've seen Being Human from both kind.
Okay,
Busy.
Billy. So back to Billy.
Billy.
He is I love that actor. What's his name?
He
can't-
was also in the most recent,
He was in.
no, like 2 seasons ago of American Crime Story too.
Yeah, he's all over the place, and he's a good actor.
Yes.
I liked him then. I like him now in this role. He's very clever in this role. I thought they used him well in this.
Yes.
So
He has a very
he's
good
the-
American accent.
Yes.
co-star with Sam. Is that? who?
Yeah, the blonde with the bow tie who's picking up dudes at the bar.
The
Yeah.
worker. Okay, I had no idea who he was.
Okay.
I've probably seen him before, but I
may
didn't know
have.
who
Okay.
of him.
That's okay. I'm gonna try to make this a regular thing, though I don't know how. Of we'll pick a star from whatever and just watch like a bunch of their movies. I don't know what we'll do or how we'll do it, but we'll do it anyway.
Well,
So
like, what's her name? I've never seen. Has she been in other movies?
Who?
Priyanka Chopra.
Mira,
Not hardly. No, she's Nick Jonas. Was it Nick Jonas?
Yeah, I mean, I just know.
Yeah,
her as
you've
Nick
seen
Jonas'
he
wife,
does
and-
a little bit in this movie, which was kind of clever.
Yeah.
I don't even want to. Let's go back and start from the beginning. We are not going to watch the movie while we do this because the movie is longer than we have to talk.
I know.
Yeah.
Tell me
And we
about
got
it.
into trouble with that last time.
Right.
Wait, really? Oh no.
Yeah, because we were
Well,
like,
I
wrap it
have
up.
to say,
We're back
I
down
know-
to this line
I-
here. Celine Dion is not a natural actor. Okay.
We got
Dialogue.
that in.
Dialogue is insipid.
well, and didn't they record this during COVID? So they said
Yes,
there was
yes.
news.
Yes. But it's also not Nora. It also says not Nora Ephron right there. So
No, definitely not. Definitely
Cynthia is very tough on rom-coms.
not. But I love rom-coms. I mean,
I
so
do
this
too.
movie,
I do.
I love this movie, even though it was kind of cheesy. And I know they said it was filmed during COVID.
That was right
So,
here.
you know, there were some parts where it was kind of hard to watch, and I'm like, okay, what's happening here? You know, I'm like,
Yeah.
but I still liked it, and I've watched it several times since then. So,
Of course.
Okay.
And it's probably one of the better rom-coms out there, actually, I must admit, as far as modern ones, because there aren't too many out there that I can recall that are even worth watching.
I like
Oh, that's-
Sleepless in Seattle. What?
Well, Sleepless in Seattle was genius. Yeah, you've got Mail and Sleepless in Seattle. Come
Yeah.
on, we're talking way up in the top here. Top.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
number one, whoever's picking out Sam's scripts needs to be fired.
Well, see, I
Oh,
think they
this is
do
something
things like this so
different.
that one, we'll see him with other female actresses and not be like only Katrina all the time. Yes, I know. And also because he needs to do something a little different where it's not all about going.
He can, but the
And
thing
that's
is,
the whole like big deal is he said, So
yeah, he can do stuff, but he also needs better writers. I mean, the writing out there is just insipid. I'm sorry that.
I don't disagree. I will tell you something right now. I don't really care for this movie that
No, me
I was
neither.
really upset that this one was
mean,
the
I
one that
was-
everybody wanted to talk about. That's all
Yeah,
right. I
more
have
than
alcohol.
close, sister. Yay, hey.
yeah. I mean, like I
here-
said, it was
Sandra,
definitely
Sandra
cheesy,
Kay.
and
Thank you.
it wasn't what you expected it to be for a rom com. It could have been a lot better for sure. So,
Yeah.
Well, Sam is good. Sam's
Oh,
good.
I-
But the thing is the writing.
Sorry,
He
water.
has to live up to the writing. What, you didn't think he was any good? You think it's not the writing? I think it's the writing.
I don't think it was. I don't think Sam was as into the script as
No.
he would have liked to have been,
No.
and you can sort of tell that. But I don't think he was acting badly. I just think you could tell the enthusiasm behind the story and the character
Once again,
wasn't really there.
once
Well,
again,
and again, I think because it was filmed during COVID, probably
Yes.
didn't give them the time to really focus on what they could be doing. it probably could have been a lot better than it was. I feel
Well,
like.
and the script could have been better. That would have.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
going to go to the peanut gallery real quick here because we have
All
a
right.
whole lot of hi
Are they,
ladies
are they
from
belly aching about
Stacy
it?
from.
They're-
Sorry?
Are they belly aching about us yet?
No, not yet, but they will. It's
They
okay.
will.
You're allowed. Stacy says hi. Jan says hi. Maureen says
I
hi.
love you, Jan.
Jackie says
course,
hi. Jackie also says it was Alden Turner. Does that sound like the name of the
Yes,
actor?
yes.
Hold on.
Thank you,
Okay.
Jackie. I knew Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
My voice is echoey. My voice is echoey.
No, it's not. Not that
No,
much.
well, it might be because I was
It
playing
was-
around with the audio to make sure there wouldn't be any audio issues.
It was
today.
like echoey in the beginning, but it doesn't sound echoey on my end.
Okay, all right. Let me know if it's still echoey, guys. I will try to figure it out. She has a series on Amazon Prime. Okay, apparently his co-star has a series on Amazon
Eleanor
Prime.
Tomlinson?
I don't know.
Priyanka Chopra or Eleanor Tomlinson?
And then
Well,
Stacy agreed with something Cynthia said, and so does Jan. Apparently, Cynthia, you're the guru of us all. Okay.
I just watched Outlander 100 times over.
Oh, yeah.
You'd think I know the dialogue by now, but I don't.
Stacy said it is still echoey on her side. Okay. I only have one desktop audio and one microphone going today. If I turn off my desktop audio, hold on. Well, that one doesn't count. That's not plugged in. If I turn off my desktop audio, you won't be able to hear them. So I don't know what to tell you guys. On my end, there's absolutely nothing I can do. I'm wearing my earpiece, so you're not getting
Sometimes,
any.
like last time when you were real echoey, Katie, like I had to go out and restart my computer. They might have to go out.
Which I did too. I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a.
That
I
works.
hate it. That's the old IT. You need to turn it off and back on again.
Or as they say, in Canada, reboot.
Either that or just deal with it.
As somebody who used to get paid to say that, it usually is like 80% of the time the way you fix your problem.
And
At least
what,
temporarily.
what does GIGO mean? Do we remember?
Geigo.
GIGO. Garbage in, garbage out.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay, by the way, we're going to talk about this. Can I pretend like we're talking about this movie?
Well, I want to say cute the way there were only the two of them in the opera scene there when they meet finally outside. Am I too far ahead, Katie?
Well, I was going to say, we haven't even really got to like, okay, so Mira loses her boyfriend, and 2 years go by. We see Rob and her after there's been some time to kind of work through the worst of it. But Rob, who is Sam,
Yes.
is like just down in the dumps. He doesn't want to listen to music. He's got to talk about music. He gets stuck on the Celine Dion, woohoo, love song, music, talk.
His heart, lost his heart. Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go with Mira's sister Susie. I dig her because her way of getting her sister out back into the world is to tell her that she needs some vitamin D.
Vitamin
Because she has a vitamin D deficiency.
And we know what that is, yes.
And now we'll take you back up to Nick because trust me, everything before that is boring. The husband, but the boyfriend on their first Nick.
Nick Jonas, yes.
Yes, Jonas. Thank you.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I didn't like his character the whole time. You're sort of, we know that we're not supposed to like him.
Right.
But I will say that one of the funniest moments is in the cab, and when she says, go slower.
Yes.
And so he literally,
Such an old joke. That's such an old joke.
I was dying. And again, this is not one of my favorite movies. I'm very picky about my rom-coms.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
There has to be at least as much rom as there is com, and there just wasn't.
Yeah.
But that moment there, I was like,
That was hilarious.
I could see that happening on a date, and I feel like it might have happened to me because it feels like such a familiar kind of a moment. When you-
I have had that kind of date before where the guy just talks about himself the entire time.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
gave this guy the benefit of the doubt, and I went out with him 3 separate times, and it was like no go.
You're
I
a
mean,
glutton
he
for punishment.
he still talked about himself the entire time.
Like,
I'm like, dude.
narcissist.
Yeah.
Narcissist.
I dated that guy too, but he looked really, really good, and so I dated him for a
Yeah, this
while
guy
because there
was-
were perks.
yeah. It was maybe a little into himself, kind of like how Nick,
just
Nick
a
was
bit too
posed
much.
in the movie. I mean, he just like, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, I'll give it another shot. I mean, he was a really nice guy, but yeah, I'm like, no, dude, sorry, 3 times you're out.
Nick's character lost me from the shoes with no socks. I'm so picky about people who wear shoes and no
Oh
socks.
yeah,
It's
that was gross.
You must
it's
not like Miami
unhygienic.
Vice very much.
I didn't like who?
Miami Vice.
No,
No.
No, and
no.
his pants
I
and his
was
were way too tight. It's like, okay, they made him look like a douche, and he played the part perfectly.
He did. Yes, and he does look like a douche. Yes. Thank you for using that word appropriately.
all right. Gonna mark that
He
off.
was
Douche, 5
a
points.
complete douche.
Okay. So all by myself, the song, all by myself. Is that 2 on point or what?
No, you're all right.
It
I'm
is.
not
It
saying
is on point.
It is on point.
Well, we didn't even talk about. Okay, first of all, going back here, Sam's
Sure.
name in the movie is Rob Burns. So
Yeah. Come on, give me a freaking break. Is this serious?
I'm
What
pretty
is-
sure. I'm sure he had some sort of say in that. So
I don't
like,
know.
we
I
can't
don't.
come up with a name. What do you want your name to be? How about Rob Burns?
Rob Burns. Yeah. How about not?
I'm sorry. What does this mean? I forget.
Rob. Well, they didn't call him Robbie Burns, at least. Robbie.
No, yeah, just Rob Burns.
Yeah. So anyway, are we back? Okay, let's go back to the corny scene.
How about Mr. Underwear? So Mr. Underwear is trying to have a chat with Celine
Yeah.
Dion.
That was a clever line, actually. That was one of the better lines. Yeah. That was one of the better lines. in
Mr.
the movie.
Underwear.
Yeah.
She calls him a child. And
Yeah.
when he's like, she says, "Come here and let me see your hands," and he walks over. I swear he was trying to do like a robot thing because he was
He
so
was, yeah.
stiff when he walked over. Like,
He was, yeah. But the whole thing was stiff, as far as I'm concerned. You know,
yeah.
it's like phone this in or what? You know? It's a little bit better than phoning it in, though. It's better than phoning it in. I mean, there
I
was
do like. Oh, go ahead.
no, you do.
Well, I was just gonna say I do like the elements of how they use the texting. Obviously, Mira thinks she is texting her
Yeah,
dead boyfriend's number, which she assumes nobody has.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Sam's character, Rob, is the one who has assigned the new number for his work phone, and that's how this all happens. But I like that she's trying to work out her feelings
Mhm.
in a very healthy way. It just,
Right.
she didn't think they were going anywhere.
Well,
But,
who
you know,
would?
she's being honest about, I miss you. I wish you were laying. I've been laying across the space where you should be.
Right.
You should be lying here with me.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling.
I'm. You know what? I think we. Obviously, there's a huge difference between losing someone and passing in a
Mhm.
relationship.
Right.
But I think we can all still, again, relate with that. You've lost somebody, and there's that huge missing
Right.
chunk.
Right.
And
And with Rob Burns' character he doesn't know why she left him. She just left him.
right.
On the altar, almost on the altar, so to speak. I think was it a week before the wedding or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's also relatable. 2 weeks before
Yeah.
my. At any rate, I have had a life. I will just tell you that.
Who hasn't, Katie? Come on.
I've never been left with
all of
a
our
but
lives up in a little bundle here and see what
This
kind of
is true. This is true. I am not unique. It just I feel like I relate to way too many stories.
yeah, that's why we're here. That's why we're here.
well, we've definitely
Okay.
had broken hearts before. There's no doubt. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not losing somebody like that, especially a boyfriend or a girl, somebody like that.
I lost a husband like that.
Certainly friends, but
Yeah.
no,
No,
but, yeah, but losing loves, losing boyfriends. Oh my God, yeah, like your first love, I guess. I mean,
Neither one of them got a final goodbye. They didn't get any answers or any closure. And I think on that level, it's kind of the same.
yeah,
That
Thank you.
emptiness.
left out in the cold.
Yeah. So Sam doesn't feel the music anymore, and Celine refuses to talk to him
right.
until he gets the music.
knows
And
He's a
the
board.
next thing we hear is and of course he's told her about the secret messaging person. And I love the use of all by myself in these
Yeah.
next few
Well,
scenes. They got the 80s montage going here. All by I can't sing, so there's no way I'll get in trouble for that.
It's not my favorite song to begin with, but anyway.
No.
And it's a remake to boot, so
Tribute.
I like the original. I like
yeah, I
the
like the
original. It's
original.
really
And
good.
Well,
you know who did
yeah.
the original? That was by Eric Carmen, right?
Yes.
Good, good one.
And they get in some opera, and I kind of always dig when they put either some classic or some opera into a show that they're talking about music, because it's kind of a nod to
Like
other genres without
Mm-hmm.
being
Right.
snotty about it. So I
Mm-hmm.
do like the Orpheus and Eurydice
You're a DC.
nod, I guess.
You're a DC.
Eurydice, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm a classical snob.
No, you're perfectly fine. I'm a terrible pronunciator.
No, you're not. Well, yeah, you actually.
I can't pronunciate
There's
anything.
you can't pronounce it.
I cannot pronounce words. Words are hard. That's why I don't say them.
All right,
But
let's
he
go
becomes obsessed with the idea of going to this opera because she mentions it.
because
And I
he's
love, again, the time lapse of him going to opera after opera. It's the same opera, but he's going again and again and again. And by the end,
you only
it's
know
kinda
because
like-
the shirt changes and the shirt.
yeah, it's we can tell because he's always in black, but then he's like in a suit or he's in. So his clothing does change.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, we can see his eyes are kind of welled up and tearing, or at least red, like he's understanding. And I think that was a very
That was-
overused thing,
Oh.
but it made sense in the moment. It moved
Yeah,
the
it was-
story along.
Like hit us over the head with a baseball bat about how he's touched by the opera. Yes.
There we go.
Yes. Okay. But then there's the outside of the opera house,
Mm-hmm.
and they're coming the whole thing where he's out there and all the different takes, and then finally he sees her in, of course, a bright yellow dress. But yeah, it's like the sunshine comes. Oh, gee, that sounds like a dialogue from another show we know.
Yeah.
Comes out.
He likes the sun.
Yeah.
Are we playing too much on the obvious here? No. Anyway, so there's like the whole thing is like only the two of them in the whole world. It's just like, okay, there's no one else on the outside. It's just the two of them. It's like, how many times have we seen that device used?
Yeah.
Not to belabor a point.
Doesn't that always happen when you fall in love? Come on.
It does
Your
actually.
own little, you're in your own little bubble.
I was there. I was there once.
I must not have ever been in love.
Well, oh yes, you were. You got 4 babies and a husband. And
That just means my body parts work and I was lonely. That has nothing to do with love. I'm just kidding.
you stop it, Katie. You fat bad.
So
Oh.
they meet. Cynthia, tell me all about this meeting. I bet it's fantastic.
The way there were only the two of them.
Well,
Yeah.
and then she commented on his shoes because he had Jordans
And they
on.
both, okay, the shoe thing was all the way through the movie then. It was just
Yes.
sneakers all the way through. And it was like, okay, who's got the best sneakers in this scene? And it's like, what is this ad placement? No, well, maybe a little.
I think it's supposed to be showing they have something quirky in common.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
both basketball
like
fans.
like
They
the
both like
cheeseburgers,
shoes.
cheeseburgers with French fries in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, they got a little too. All right, one's a cute coincidence. The rest were trying really hard to put these two
Yeah,
together.
it's like cute control needs to come into play here. This is just like a little bit too much.
I'm
Sa-
glad
oh,
I'm not the only one who thought, because like I said, I was really surprised that this movie in particular won so many
Well,
percentage.
I went to vote, and when
Well,
I
yeah.
voted for one, and then I thought I could vote for two, and then it kind of overrode my vote that I had originally.
well, none of the ones
Oh.
that were counted.
The only unfortunate part about these polls is that I do believe you can only vote for one, and I have no way of controlling that I'm aware of. I might learn more, but not that I know of.
Purple voting works the best. Weighted voting. Okay, dancing in the park. Now, was that a scene from like all of the great rom-coms of all time? Dancing.
Yeah, like 80% of them.
Like
80% is my go-to.
80, yeah, 80, whatever. Okay, it was just like, and it had to be a concertina. Wasn't that a concertina? Was it
No,
concert?
it was somebody playing music. I
Yeah,
don't
just
think
somebody
it was
playing music in the park, just like a street musician.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The thing that struck me about it being a concertina was that, but Katrina Balfe plays a concertina, and I didn't know
well, yeah.
if shout out to her or not.
It's possible. Every other scene may have an
Yeah,
outlet
I
or
might have had a
connection that we just don't even know about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam being sexy, it's easy for him to do. And that line, I would I would learn to cook for you. Now, if any man ever said that to you, would you like be on your knees in about a half a second?
Oh God, yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not as impressed by men who cook. I think it should be expected. No, I think it's expected. My dad cooked everything. He could cook anything from a
My
cake to a
father
turkey.
cooked K-Rash. He was really good at those. He had a
I'll
lot
be
of,
more irritated with the guy who doesn't cook. I'd be like, fine, I'm not going to date you, dude.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
100 years
haven't
older
cooked.
than you,
My
so
dad never cooked. He just learned how to cook right
my dad would
before
open
my
up
mom passed away. But,
the K rations left over from boot camp or whatever it was.
oh yeah.
To us, and we ate them.
Remember, I was telling you before that my dad was in the military.
Yes, it's Marine
He was Kitchen. His
Oh,
last
he was
name,
cook.
yeah,
oh,
he
Oh my
was a
God, that's
cook.
so weird. My
kitchen.
father-in-law was in World War II, and he was a cook.
It's a great job, man. Every man should learn to cook, and if they need to be
Yes.
sent to the military to do it, let's do it that way.
No, my
I think
brother.
that's one of those things that growing up, I'm like having boys. I'm like, my boys are gonna know how to cook. My boys are gonna know how to clean. I mean,
How to
Yep.
iron. How to
you
iron.
know how to know how to do
Yep.
all that
Toilet.
stuff.
Get that
My
toilet brush in
husband
there.
and both
Those
my boys
kids.
are all really good cooks. So
My son can follow a recipe as well as any of my daughters. He knows how to do the
Oh,
laundry, clean the. Because see, what I would do, because I was a single mom and I had 3 kids who were teenagers, I was like, we're all taking turns. Pick a room for the month, and that's your room for the month. Kitchen, family room, bathroom, hallway, and front area. And we split it up and we switched it. So that everyone would know how to take care of their home when they
Have
came.
calendars on the refrigerator with
No. I was just like, it's time to change. Mommy's sick of cleaning the toilet, so I'm cleaning the kitchen.
okay. So
yeah,
it's
my
about
husband and I split up the duties. I mean, sometimes he'll cook, sometimes I'll cook, sometimes we won't cook. We'll just kind of do our own thing. But,
Yeah, there you go.
well, that's what grown-ups do. That's what
Right.
grown-ups do. Okay, let's talk about basketball.
Oh, okay, sure. Let's talk about basketball if we must.
I love basketball.
Okay, but then we probably must.
I have
I'm
my
in Indiana.
basketball
It's
shirt
just
on
required.
today, by the way. I'm a Nuggets fan. So,
There you go.
Nuggets, eh? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Warriors all the way, baby. And, well, now I live in Michigan, so I have to be.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm originally from Chicago. I'm still a Bulls fan at
Oh,
heart, but
well, yeah. How could you go
the
wrong?
Bulls are out, so the Nuggets are in, right? The
Yeah,
playoffs
the
right
Nuggets.
now. And they
Okay.
won last night, so
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I
I
don't know
love
if they make it out
basketball.
of the first round of the playoffs, but
Heughan is not a great basketball player.
no, I don't think he is.
No, it's really not his first sport.
No.
He admitted himself. Although I will admit that some of the best writing in this whole movie was when he's talking about basketball players and how his character
hmm
likes the team sport of basketball, which is why I love basketball. And
Yeah.
the thing is,
So,
that's really a cool line in the movie. And
yeah.
I thought, well, I can relate to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Unlike
and that's why the shoes come into play because then he's wearing these sweet Jordans, and it's like,
yeah,
okay,
Air Jordan. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, my Air Jordans have safety pins on them to hold them together.
I kept thinking, I was like, I didn't know they played a lot of basketball in Scotland.
They do.
My brain was stuck on that for some reason.
By the way, rugby players have the best thighs in the world. If you
Yeah,
ever watch rugby players have the best. What?
I think rugby is
I
the
don't
most
disagree.
sport.
No. Oh, everybody agrees. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say
yeah, yeah.
definitely not basketball is
Ah.
in there for sure. So
Well, now, I tend to, I like tall guys. So, I mean, I dated a guy who was 6'11" once. And,
Oh, my baby brother's 6'6" or was.
yeah, well, I'm 5'4". It's interesting. So,
I'm the oldest and the shortest in my family.
I'm the shortest. Oh, wait, no, I have a cousin.
We went like this, oldest to youngest, and we went up. But anyway,
My little sister is 5 inches taller than I am.
ha ha. Yeah, well, my baby brother is like a foot and whatever taller than me. Anyway.
It's a rough life. Okay, so basketball. They play
Basketball.
basketball. And sadly, Sam loses, gets nothing for his trouble. It's a sad
Wait,
shame.
What was that? What was that he got?
Because Mia said if she won,
She would get to do her.
he had to come back to her place. Or no, she had to let him. He had to let her have his way, so he lost.
So he lost, of course.
Because then she had her way, and
Yeah, he
so
looked like he liked it.
he was very upset about being a loser, and so he had to go take a shower.
And then he had to sing a song. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know Jan loves his ass. I love his
Yeah.
chest. That chest of his is so magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a beautiful chest. But he's
There's
also
a
a great
So,
There's a scene in The Spy Who Dumped Me that I'm surprised nobody brought up where Kate McKinnon goes, "Oh, nice boobs,"
Yeah,
because
no,
he's
and I love that scene. I cracked up so loud because
oh my God, that was a great movie. I love that movie. She was
I like
hilarious.
that movie better than this movie. And actually,
yeah.
I hate to say it, but I liked SAS Red Notice better than this one.
I like that one too. That could
Well,
have.
I'm still waiting to see who wants to talk about it on Wednesday. And the only reason Kathy is stuck here is because she can't talk on Wednesday.
Yeah, I can't do Wednesday. I'm sorry.
Let's
What?
line ourselves up, girlfriend. Okay, you and me and Katie. No, yes, no, maybe.
I
Kathy
can't
can't
do
join us on
Wednesdays.
Wednesday.
I
Hey,
go to a workout class. Sorry, I have to leave my house and my TV and go to a workout class on Wednesday.
you
Well,
actually
you know what? If I do a movie regularly, I will take a vote on what night works for most people, and I will do like. All right, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll work it out so people get to talk who want to talk because I don't want to talk to myself.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
do that enough
you do
already.
whatever. I mean, if I can't make it, I can't make it. But I did like those other movies, and then I remember watching an interview too with Kate McKinnon, and she said, "Oh my God, she's
Oh
like,
wait,
oh,
tell me.
Sam
What?
was just like gorgeous."
I wondered because I mean I know she's a lesbian, but the
Right.
thing is that who could
I'm
who
sorry.
I mean yeah who could
Beauty
not
can recognize beauty. It does not
I mean
matter.
yeah
I am sorry.
it's like the
Yeah.
Mona Lisa is the Mona Lisa, the
Hmm.
Apollo Belvedere is the Apollo Belvedere, Sam Heughan is a god.
It's just life. That's just how it is. Thanks for
That's
discussing that with us, and now we all know.
Yep.
And then bad things happen
Oh,
as
yes.
Mira looks
Oh,
at Rob's
no,
computer, and
we knew
sees
that. We
these
knew that,
awful messages that have happened, and she figures it all out.
and she gets so mad.
She does. How unusual. I was never expecting such a thing to happen. And see, and this is why I get upset with rom-coms. I will watch just about any kind of rom-com as long as one,
Being
I
predictable.
hope that they make it. I hope that there's love there somewhere. You have to feel for the characters.
Hmm.
And I cannot predict every single moment happening in the
Right.
next scene.
We
Right.
can't. We
Yeah,
can't.
it's
Damn it.
predictable.
I mean, I feel like an AI wrote this when AI just came out. It was
Must be
just,
both.
it was
I
just
had to
that
look at the
predictable.
credits. At the end of the movie, I looked at the credits to see who the fuck wrote this mess.
Well, and I think they did say that a lot of it was AI
It
because
was
of it
a
being
man.
done
No,
during
it was a
COVID.
man wrote it.
It had to have been at least assisted by AI because it just took all the tropes and put
Yeah.
them
Well,
all
it did.
together.
It's like, well, let's look at every Nora Ephron thing we can look at in the world and let's try to make something out of it, but do it in a very pobrecito manner, a very pauperized, what do I say?
Yeah.
Pauper, like a pauper would
Just
look at it. It's like nothing. It's empty. It's just
nothing felt like it seamlessly fell into the story. It was sort of like, and his favorite sport will be basketball.
yeah, because that's cool. No, insipid. The word I used was insipid, consistent.
Insipid, yes.
Insipid. Yeah. So anyway, that
That's a
was the
good word.
insipid. It is a very good word.
That's an
And
SAT word right there.
but anyway, insipid. What I can't even read his magnificent chest. I gotta quit writing about Sam's chest.
We'll
we
have an
know that
entire
was,
talk about
was
his chest.
Sort of
Some
predictable.
other day.
She gets
Some other
upset,
day.
and then
Oh,
she
by the way,
leaves
here's
and
the
like,
shallow indentation in his chest there. I'm always thinking about having him naked, spread out with guacamole there. Cynthia
I'm
is
sorry, go ahead, Kathy. What were you saying?
Well,
Cynthia's obviously hungry.
I always am hungry.
It's the whiskey, I think.
You think? No, Kathy's not drinking. No, Katie.
I didn't.
I am, but I think I make more sense than you tonight, Cynthia.
Oh, I'm not denying that one bit.
Um,
No. Anyway, the
No, I was
butterfly. Shall we go to the
gonna say
butterfly?
that Mira gets upset and then she leaves,
Yes.
and Sam's
Yeah.
like, and Rob's like, "Oh my God, wait, I can explain, She's like, "Yeah, have a nice life."
Yeah, right.
Which is like every movie where the guy bet his guys that he couldn't get a date with so and so, or
Mhm.
where he was going to try to make she was going to make the unpopular guy popular. I mean, it was
There's
every
all that.
version of that.
Yeah.
You did a terrible thing. I'll never forgive you.
Wait,
Oh my
wait,
God.
what
What if I
Right.
make one
gallant?
gallant?
That's too
Yeah.
easy. It's just too easy. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It's real. Of course, it's a rom-com. It's not real life. So
Right.
I got guys who wish they could make up. No, I'm just kidding.
I believe you, Katie. I believe you, Con.
You really should. I'm so full of it.
Let's ask your husband.
My husband is quite a happy guy.
No, he is, because he wouldn't be doing this if he weren't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's a very nice guy. He's a very supportive guy. I'm a very lucky gal. I will not say any different ever.
Oh. Okay.
So poor Rob
Poor
is
Rob.
trying to figure out how
Get back.
Yeah,
he can-
he's miserable. Where did I go wrong? What did I do? It's
Well,
like
he
it
knew what
wasn't
he
his
did wrong.
fault.
He-
He was
I
just
I
doing
did
his
like his
phone and
friends.
had the text.
Yes.
I do like his friends. If anybody is interested in this entire show, in this entire movie, it is the two friends of Rob's and Mira's sister.
Mhm.
Yes. Yes.
Those are the most interesting characters in the
are.
entire movie.
You're right. Everybody else is kind of wooden. Yeah.
They
No,
really
they-
are.
They really were good, and they were rooting for him all the way. All of them are rooting for everybody all the way, and
Yeah.
yeah. But the overreaction. This is the thing about movies. Of course, they wouldn't be movies if they didn't have overreactions. But it's like nobody really reacts like that in real life. Nobody just like I just had the best night I've ever had with anybody, and I'm gonna throw you out the door because I read this text. And it doesn't work that way. It's kind of like, okay, explain yourself. Explain
And
it.
I want to point out too that Jackie says that the two lead actors, Rob and Mira, didn't have any chemistry
No,
either.
they didn't. No. And I didn't.
I completely agree.
I'm
See-
sorry. I don't like her either. I mean, I don't like her. It's just, she just didn't do it for me in this movie at all.
I don't think they really did either, but again, is this because it was filmed during COVID? It's like they didn't get the time really to spend together. So maybe they could have.
And
Wouldn't
you
it
got to
make-
remember that when they were trying to get the roles, people weren't doing it in person. It was all on video. People weren't put together in the same room like Sam and Katrina were
Yeah,
for their
that makes
chemistry
sense,
made
right.
The real
in
chemistry.
other rooms. And
Yeah.
so
I think
You
if they
know-
went to go remake this movie without COVID being a factor, maybe it could have been a little bit better, and they would have had more time to spend together. And
That might be
Yeah.
very, very true,
Yeah.
because
because I think she was, she's very pretty, and I mean,
yes,
but yeah, I do think
I
that
and I don't think she was a bad actress in her part, and I don't think he was a bad actor in his
Yeah.
part. I just think that they should have had different people opposite of them.
yes.
yeah.
It just did not work for me. It did not work for me. And the thing is like Eleanor Tomlinson was good, and then what's her name?
Jessica.
Jessica. I love Jessica. She's a
Yeah.
great actress. I
Yeah.
like them both, But it's just like the caliber of the writing was so much better. And you gotta have, to really sell a movie to me, you really gotta have good
A
writing.
plot.
No, I agree. You need to have.
A plot?
It needs to be unpredictable. You need to
Yeah.
be interested in the characters, and
Maybe a
sometimes
little twist in there. of
And we
some
can't
Yeah.
we can't be able to write it ourselves as we watch it, and that's what we're doing. As we watch this,
no.
we're writing the dialogue.
Although I feel
Well,
like
let's-
Sam could probably do another rom-com. I
You
mean,
could. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
something a little, like, I agree with you, Cynthia. Maybe something a little bit better, but I think it'd be fun
something
to
a little
see another
deeper, or
movie
something
like
with
that.
better writing.
Yeah.
And Stacey does ask, do you think that Sam should do another rom-com? I
Yes.
absolutely can.
I
Yeah,
totally
We
Absolutely.
just
agree
think
with
that there
that.
needs to be
Yeah.
some slightly more on the nose casting because
Right. And we need a serious actress across from him, and we need a serious writer writing it.
yeah.
Maybe we should write it. Or
We could
You know,
submit it. Why not?
I've done some writing in my time.
So have I, yeah.
However, I'm just so busy.
You are actually raising.
I
raising
definitely
that
think he could get
daughter,
away with doing
raising
another
that
rom-com
daughter.
for sure. So
Oh yeah, he's been doing
Yeah,
that
yeah.
rom-com, but one was actual. Maybe Nora Ephron. Is she still alive? Did he
All
die?
right. Cynthia, you need to get off Nora for just a little bit,
Yeah.
man.
Well, she's a good writer.
well,
Well,
he
this is
did
true.
Sleepless in Seattle, right?
Yes, Sleepless in Seattle, and You've Got Mail. Didn't she
Yeah.
do that too? Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
so.
yep.
The best all-time rom-coms in the world.
Mhm, right.
Wrapping this one up, he does. You know what? I just realized my camera's like way up there. Wrapping this one up, he does kind of win her back by doing a little article in the newspaper, which has I've seen magazine articles that got them back together in a rom-com, newspaper articles that get them
Like
back in a
Never Been
rom-com.
Kissed is one.
Like Never Been
Yeah,
Kissed.
Never
Exactly.
Been Kissed. Yeah,
That
there's
was
another
super
one.
cute. Yeah.
Never
I
Not
did
Been
like
Done
that one.
Before.
There you
So-
go. He should do a rom-com with Drew Barrymore.
Oh, you know,
No, because
they
Drew and
have
Adam Sandler are fantastic together.
Well,
They
I know
really
they
are.
really are.
Barrymore and him have good chemistry. You're right.
Yeah.
I think
They do.
that bagel thing they did was
Oh my
hilarious.
Well, yes, I don't disagree. Drew and he could do one together
They could.
pretty easily, I think so.
Hilarious.
But it would still have to be the right script because
Yes.
she'd
I
have to
agree.
be playing the right kind of character that works with the
So-
way
So we
he
get Adam
plays
Sandler
characters.
to direct it, maybe.
Yeah, there we go. We've got to figure it out. Adam Sandler, if you happen to see this,
Too
you
jealous.
need to hire
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. We need to find a good writer. We need to-
Drew Barrymore gets lost in Scotland trying to find her ex-boyfriend, runs into Sam.
No, wait a minute. She loses her memory. No.
No, we're not doing 50 First
No,
Dates,
no,
although that's a good one
Yeah,
too.
no.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
waiting
a good
for-
one. Yeah, 50.
So he writes the article, and she's forced to hear it from her sister, and it fixes everything. And they even do a twist on the meetup, but the point is, at the end, everyone is smooching. My daughter walks in and says, "Oh, they're kissing," and the movie's over.
And Rob has to give up everything, and she doesn't give up shit. He has to give in to everything. Everything. He has to cook. He has to do the dishes. You know,
That's true.
and she doesn't do squat.
So really, this is a woman's fantasy movie, is what it is. I appreciate it even more now.
No
Okay.
compromises
Nailed
whatsoever.
it. Nailed it, girl. That's what it is.
My husband now does his own laundry, does the dishes on occasion, and does all the driving for me. So I mean, men do have.
I don't let men do laundry after everything turned pink. Then I
No.
My
He does
husband does
his laundry. He didn't touch a damn thing of mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. My husband now does his, 'cause he
Everything
travels
turns
too much. He has to do his own laundry. So
That's fair. Okay. Well, that's how it started here. No, it started here when we got together. I was at home with my kids when he was working, and then as soon as I could, because I was trying to find a job when I moved here, and then as soon as I got a job and I started working as many hours as him, I said, "You can do your own laundry."
I don't know how it happened.
My 12-year-old did her own laundry. My 14-year-old did his own laundry. My 16-year-old did her own laundry. I'm pretty sure my 30-year-old can do his own laundry.
I think Scott just did his because he'd come home and then he'd have to pack up to travel again. With all
Yeah.
the stuff he's doing. So he's just like, should I just do my own laundry? I'm like,
Does he
fine.
travel a lot?
Not so much anymore, but still. But he's like, I'll just do it in because by the time he gets home and he does it, then I'm like, okay, too late.
Yeah. What did he do?
Scott works for Roper Western Wear, and so
Roper, okay.
he travels out to Vegas. They have a warehouse out there.
That's
so
right, you told me.
And then he has a warehouse here, and he does some warehouse sales there. And then he goes out to Vegas for a month to do the big rodeo finals, NFR.
Okay.
So he's gone for a month in November.
You don't go to the rodeo? You don't go to the rodeo?
No, we don't go. I sometimes go out to see him, but he doesn't get any free tickets to go to the rodeo. They don't give any.
Oh, that sucks.
If he goes in August, find out when, because I'm going to be there and we can meet
Oh yeah, I
up.
can ask him when the next warehouse sale is. But
I'm
even if you
going to
just
be
wanna-
that first week of August. I'm going like through the 11th. So if anybody wants to meet up with me in Vegas, let me know. Anyway,
I can tell you when the next warehouse sale will be. I'll get the date.
I need to stop drinking.
Yeah, I think,
No,
yeah.
Kat. No, you don't.
I know he's going to be there in 2 weeks,
Okay.
but I'll check and see if he's going to be there in August. When are you there in August?
We'll be there.
For Star Trek.
Yeah, for the Star Trek convention, but
Oh, okay.
also a couple of days before that. And if you find out you're going to be there, I will give you more details.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll find out.
Do that. Just do that.
Anybody who likes Star Trek, welcome to come by.
Yeah. I wish I could afford it. I wish I could afford it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no.
Any more about the guests for the Sassenach City upcoming?
Yeah, I
Was it?
I cannot tell you anything that you cannot find. But now I will tell you this: if you're going to Sassenach City and you want information on it, follow them on Instagram if you can. If not, I'll be reporting whatever they put out on Instagram. You also, if you've purchased tickets, then follow their instructions on joining the page for people who are going, because you will get you the announcements first.
Oh.
There.
I've been checking out who they're gonna have there, but I haven't seen any.
Yeah, well, Katie's been on top of that one.
Yeah, they've only announced one person so
Yeah.
far that I've seen.
One.
And I don't know who
But
that
she's
is.
going anyway, so it doesn't make
Yeah.
a difference.
It's the original Brian Fraser.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Daddy.
I thought he had something to do with Outlander, but cool. Okay.
Yeah, he does have something to do with Outlander.
Yes.
Okay.
He's JB's dad,
Okay.
which makes him kind of vital, I feel.
Yeah, he faints when Jamie's getting flayed to death. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's also he's the same actor who comes back, isn't he? For the
He does in yes. in
yeah,
the,
for Seven. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
I,
okay.
Yeah,
my
because-
brain feels like it is, but I can't tell if my brain is smart or not. So I'm not going to answer any
I'll have to
questions.
go back and look at his
he
picture
meets
again.
Brianna. He meets
I'm
Brianna.
like, I'm
Brianna
not
gets to
sure.
meet
I'll
her.
look
Yeah.
back at it again.
But he does look different. I don't know if it's the angle or the clothing, or if maybe there's. I mean, it's been 10 years, so maybe that's it. But
Yeah.
he
I
does.
thought maybe he was in Blood of My Blood or something. So.
No,
Well-
that's Jamie Roy,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's his. That's
I'll
the
look
character.
back at it again.
which I'm telling you right now. We're gonna miss Sam. Don't get me wrong. But Jamie Roy is hot.
He's
Okay.
okay. He's okay.
Sorry, he's good.
You are so much easier than me, Katie.
Well, yes. That's always been my problem.
Oh, stop it! Stop it! You've only got 4 kids, right?
Yes. Let me tell you about the different birth control that does not work.
Yeah. Well. Okay. The little bobblehead dolls in the back. I had an argument with a friend the other day.
Oh no.
They're something pops. What are they called? Something pops.
Funko Pops?
The bobblehead. What? They're called what?
These
They're Funko, right?
Funko Pop. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
these are Funko Pops.
Funko. Yes. I was trying
These
to tell.
are
Yeah.
Funko Pops, yeah.
Because I
Funko
was
Pops.
trying to call them K-pop, and K-pop is Korean music. So,
That is correct, ma'am.
so I'm way gone. Anyway, but Funko Pops. Okay.
Funko Pops, yes. I love Funko Pops. In fact, I have so many Funko Pops that are not yet on shelves. It's embarrassing.
Why not? You haven't got the shelves built?
I honestly have not put up the shelves for them yet.
Well,
I-
forgive me.
My husband is my darling, who will like, honey, do you have this one? He knew that I had, like these guys here are from the Picard season of Star Trek.
Yeah.
But I didn't buy Picard because my husband had got me a Picard bobblehead, and I was like, well, I already have a Picard, I'm good. So what does he do? He found a Picard Funko. When he's like, do you have this? I was like, no, but I don't need it. He's like, that's okay, I'm going to get it. So Picard's right over there. It just doesn't have room on the shelf.
That's no fair.
Right next to Samantha Carter from Stargate.
Oh,
Yeah.
another good show.
Yes. Oh, excellent. I love it.
Oh,
I
hey,
definitely
did you
watch it.
did you like Farscape at all? Did I ever ask?
Yes. I have.
Can we do Farscape?
everything
Let's
Fars-
Farscape. I love Farscape.
We can do a Farscape discussion if anybody would like to. All right. Well then. All right. Before we go. All right. I think we've all given our opinion on Love Again. I'm not going to take a vote. Okay.
We
We
love
all
that.
think it was really nice that Sam showed up for this movie, and
It
that's
was-
about it.
Up in COVID, yes, and
Yeah.
we loved seeing him.
Kathy, have you ever watched Farscape?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
Kat,
No.
You're- are you not a
Okay.
big sci-fi fan?
I like some sci-fi, but I
Oh,
mean,
Farscape
I
was-
think it's free on Tubi, but I could be wrong.
It's free on like Antenna TV.
It's
It's
free
on-
somewhere.
It's
See,
free every.
I'll do a lookup for it, and we'll see who'd like to talk about Farscape characters.
love
We figure out a way to do it. I've
got
got
it.
another
I
friend
mean,
who would.
I'll check it out. I'm always looking
Farscape is
stuff
so
to
cool.
watch.
Ben Browder, Claudia Black. I met Gigi. I've got Gigi right up here. I can't think of her
Yeah,
name.
okay, whatever. Yeah.
The Gray Girl. I know exactly who she is.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway. Yeah.
Hold on.
We'll do Farscape. Yes.
We'll do Farscape. Okay. Anywho, all right. So this word movie probably not really worth going and get Hulu to watch. Um,
Well, you can get it for a month for free, and then you cancel it.
this is true. This is true.
I got it from
It's
my sister.
It was on
it's not.
Netflix for a while, but then they took it down. But
Well, everything used to be on everything, but now they all just.
It moves around. If you just wait, it'll show up again.
yeah, but and I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times. As I've been traveling back and forth to
Right.
Chicago, and I'm like, it's a short movie, so I'm like, it's only a 2-hour flight, so I'll like,
Yeah.
plug it in. And
It's something
but
to
my more
watch.
go-to movie when I'm traveling is The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway, and I'm like, I really like that movie. So
Oh yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
so
let's go with that.
that's a good rom-com too.
Yeah. Which one? Which one was that?
The Idea of You with
Idea of
Anne
You.
Hathaway.
Oh.
That's very cute.
Well,
All right, so that's what we got out of this, guys. What do we think of Love Again? We think that you should go watch
should
The
watch it.
Idea of You with Anne Hathaway. So,
Yep.
thank you so much, Kathy and Cynthia.
Thank you,
I know a
guys.
lot of
See you
people
guys
weren't.
again tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Wait,
And
wait,
I
wait.
haven't.
What's
I
tomorrow?
have not sent out the invites. No, you did not get them. I just have not sent them yet. Again,
Tomorrow.
busy weekend.
Tomorrow, 8 or 9.
Tomorrow's the reckoning.
Tomorrow's
Season,
9.
episode
Ooh, I
reckoning.
like the Reckoning. Do you have the Reckoning filled up? Because I love the Reckoning.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna end up showing all everybody's personal information here because hi, you can all see everybody's everything. You know what I need to do? I need to turn something off.
And
No,
what
I
do you
need to
do?
move that over here. Okay. See, I'm smart. I know what I'm talking about.
You are smart.
I like to fake it.
All
All right, the Reckoning season or episode episode
9?
episode 10,
No.
9. Yeah,
Wait,
I think it's episode 10. Is it 9?
The Reckoning is when she gets paddled.
Yeah, episode 9.
The my-
Episode 9.
I love
So
it.
who comes to rescue her from Jack Black Randall, and
Oh,
then they have the big fight.
Well, I have Kathy and I have Melissa and I have
Oh.
Jackie.
Oh, shit. So I'm out of the loop.
And Melissa recently wrote me and said she wants to be involved with 10. Do you want to be involved with the next one?
What the heck? Yeah. Why not?
All right, Cynthia.
I'll do anything.
Our colleague
Then I have
over
one
here.
spot left on 10. First come, first. Oh wait, no. You know what?
Reckoning. I love
I
it.
don't. Jackie's on the list too. Okay, so that's everybody. That's what I get for trying to do two things at once. Thank you again, Cynthia. Thank you, Kathy, so much for chatting with me on this last video. It was interesting. It was an interesting little yeah. Not my favorite movie. Worth watching and talking about if for any reason to go. You know what? Nothing Sam is in is perfect. Not everything Sam is in is perfect. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to finish off the last of this, and then I'm going to go and watch something ridiculous with my husband. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, guys. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you, Cynthia. I hope everybody has a really great rest of their Sunday night. I will be back with a lot of updates tomorrow, I believe, having to do with LandCon 7, as well as Sam's participation in the marathon in London. And until then, if you find yourself still up wanting something to watch, you can always check out the playlist down below. And yeah. Other than that, I will see you tomorrow. Have a really great night, guys. Thanks for all the comments on the site. I'm sorry I didn't get to all of them, but thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Jackie, Maureen, Stacy, and hello again, Kathy. And everybody, have a really great night. I'll see you tomorrow.